Welcome to Cat TV welcomes you to Spinelli Field. This matchup between the home team Southern Vermont Storm and the visiting Worcester Wildcats in New England Football League matchup. It's a beautiful night here in downtown Bennington. Both teams' captains are taking the field now, and we are about set to get underway. So thank you for joining us, and hope you enjoy the game. The Storm are coming off a major victory over their Vermont foe, the Ravens. Their second win over the Ravens in the early season of the NFL. They carry a perfect record into tonight's matchup. It looks like the Storm are going to receive the ball first. It looks like Antonio Colon Jr. and Joey Ward are set up deep to return for the Storm. The Wildcats kicker elects to not kick off a tee, squibs it to about the 35-yard line, picked up by a Storm player in the second layer, and he takes it just short of midfield to about the Storm's 48-yard line. And that's where the Storm will take over, quarterbacked by Curtis Dowers. Dowers won the New England Football League Offensive Player of the Week a few weeks back after a strong showing in one of the Storm's win. And Dowers out of the shotgun to start, trips left, and it's a handoff up the middle. For a gain of about 2 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 8 for the Storm right at midfield. Dowers drops deep. Finds somebody in the flats for who's taken down at about the 30-yard line for a pickup of 20 in the game's first down. First down. That was Kyrie Tillery with the Storm first down and a gain of roughly 20. The Storm seemed to like to isolate Antonio Colon Jr. over on that right side. But this is a handoff up the middle. And the back will take that down to about the 25 for a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 for the Storm. Southern Vermont's doing a good job of staying ahead of the sticks early. This might be a good chance to take a shot here. And instead they do a swing pass screen. And he'll be down just short of the first down marker. 3rd and maybe 1. Oh, it looks like they marked him a little short. It looks like it'll be 3rd and 2 here. And it's a draw. The running back will kick it off to the right side. It'll take 3 Wildcats defenders before he's finally brought down about a yard behind the initial line of scrimmage. This will put the Storm in their first tough situation. We're looking at about 4th and 4, and it looks like the Storm are going to go for it. And Vermont will indeed go for it. We're looking at a 4th and 4 from the 22. Dowers once again out of the shotgun. The Storm broke the huddle, and then I heard a whistle, and it seems like they're huddling again. I'm not entirely sure what all that's about. The referee is standing over the ball, so it doesn't look like a snap is imminent here. And now we have the Storm coach on the field looking to speak to one of the officials. And after all that, we're ready to play again. Dowers out of the shotgun. Looks like we have an offside, so it should result in a Storm first down. The 5-yard penalty will result in a first down. An early gift for the Storm. Let's see if they can capitalize. Storm go trips left. Cologne Jr. again isolated on the right side. Great protection for Dowers, who finds his receiver on the left sideline and is able to scamper in for a touchdown. So the Storm capitalize on the early error by the Wildcats and make them pay, take a 6-0 lead. It looks like that was Cologne Jr. for the score. The Storm jerseys are a little difficult to read with the black and red, so my apologies, or black and purple, excuse me. So my apologies if I'm naming the wrong player. Storm look like they're going to go for 2, try to make this an 8-0 game early. Dowers takes the snap. That was a little high up the middle, and they power it in. Storm will take an 8-0 lead. Capitalize on the first possession. All right, the whistle blows and the Storm are ready to kick this off to the Wildcats. A good boot, and the Wildcats returner fields it at about the 5, finds a lane on the outside on the right-hand side of the field and is taken down at about the Wildcats' 39-yard line, where they'll start with their first offensive possession of the game. The Wildcats will also start out of the shotgun. A quick pass. Off the mark. Set up a 2nd and 10. Back to the huddle for the Wildcats. High snap handled by the QB. Seems like there was a miscommunication there between the quarterback and the wideout on what route should have been run. Regardless, ball falls harmlessly to the ground. 2 plays, 2 quick incompletions for the Wildcats. That's up a 3rd and 10 at their 39. Behind the sticks here, let's see what they can do. Oh, it looks like the left guard jumped for the Wildcats. It's going to result in a 5-yard penalty. Not the kind of start you want to have against a undefeated team while you're on the road. 3rd and 15. Wildcats really need something here to get going. Let's see what they can muster up. I got a bit of a swing pass, but that's off the mark, and that's going to set up 4th and long. In Madden, you'd probably go for this, but not in real life. 4th and 15, it looks like the Wildcats will punt this away. Cologne Jr. back deep for the Storm as the Wildcats try to get situated with their punt formation. We got a flag on the field. Short punt. Storm sideline. Instruct their players to get away from it with a live ball. Downed at about the 25, but we'll see what this penalty brings. Looks like we're going to replay the down. That was a flag on the Storm, so that'll bring it back to 4th and 10. Wildcats elect to re-punt after this short punt. See if they can pin the Storm deep here. The Storm nearly block it. And they're actually going to benefit from that flag. They're going to start at the 31 instead of the 26. So that's where the Storm will take over for their second possession, leading 8-0 early. Wildcats corners playing up, looking to press the Storm receivers. It's a handoff up the middle. And that is a thunderous run to the 47-yard line. Good enough for a first down and maybe more importantly, a message setter for the rest of the night. That was Levante Wiggins with the loud first down run there, lowering his shoulder for a pickup of 13. Oh, Dowers fumbles the snap, but is able to get rid of it as he's pressured by a pair of Wildcats defenders. A little bit of extracurricular on both sides. The refs let it go. Play on, 2nd and 10. And we have a delayed draw here. Looks like Wiggins finds some room to the left-hand side. There is some laundry on the field that may bring this back.
Go, Troy. Turn up, Troy.
We do have a hold on the play. Not sure if it was a lineman on the left side or the receiver, but regardless, takes away that first down and instead sets up a 2nd and 13 for the Storm. Storm seem complacent to just hand it off until the Wildcats prove that they can stop it, which they have not to yet. And that was a nice gain on 2nd down, make it 3rd and manageable here. Storm get to the Wildcats side of the field for a 3rd and medium. It looks like we're looking at 3rd and 6 from here. Dowers takes the snap. We got a halfback toss to the right. Unable to seal the edge there. That's a gain of a couple. We'll get a 4th and 5, it appears. The Storm have shown that they're not afraid to go for it on 4th down, no matter the no matter the distance or where they are on the field. They have a lot of confidence in their offensive abilities, and early on have shown a competency to play an aggressive style of football, and we'll get that here again. Going for it near midfield, 4th and 5. Dower surveys the field. Hard counts. Finally snaps it, and he's looking deep. And that's a streak deflected by a Wildcats DB, but somehow hauled in for another touchdown by Cologne Jr. What a start to the day for him. That's 2 scores already. He declares that he's home, and the end zone must be where he lives, because that's 2 early touchdowns for him. What a catch. From 4th and 5 to a 49-yard touchdown catch. I mean, that's just a big momentum play early in the first quarter for the Storm. 14-0, pending another 2-point conversion, it looks like. The Storm will try to make it 16-0 here. Dowers with a little bit of a shovel pass, but stopped short of the goal line. 2-point try, no good. 14-0 Storm, still here in the first quarter.
And number 82.
The Storm had been using place kicker Linnea Deschelle, but I do not see her suited up here tonight, so I'm wondering if that leads to these decisions to go for it for 2 rather than take the extra point.
Go, Storm.
And it looks like it's number 48 doing the place kicker duties here today for the Storm. And he boots it, again, pretty deep to about the 8-yard line. Wildcats once again elect to return, and they'll start in similar field position to their first drive. So after a 3-and-out, we'll see if the Wildcats can get anything going offensively. Starting at their own 40-yard line, so good field position. Wildcats run it to the 45. Good gain on first down. We'll make it a 2nd and 5. Oh, looks like they're spotting that a yard shy of the 45. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6. This is an important drive for the Wildcats to get going. They don't want to have to put their defense out on the field again quickly. They need to get a little bit of rest here and try and gain some momentum, get something going. But a high snap isn't going to help that cause. Quarterback does a good job just to handle it. Looks like a read option was the original plan, but that got scrambled a bit with the botched snap. He takes a hard hit about a yard. Actually, they'll say he got back to the original line of scrimmage for no gain. Bringing up a 3rd and 6 here. Worcester's just displaying as much patience as I've seen of any New England Football League team when it comes to breaking the huddle. It seems like they're really trying to get into the right play call and see if they can dissect the Storm defense a little bit. Storm show pressure, and they bring it. It's a wide receiver screen out to the left. A little bit of dancing, and it looks like they'll be about 1.5 yards short. 4th down. You'd have to imagine that they go for it here near midfield. And it doesn't look like they're bringing on the punter, so that is what they'll do here. Big play here as the Storm try to go force a 3 and out for the 2nd straight time after scoring on their opening 2 possessions. And it looks like nobody was ready for that snap. Quarterback just has to fall on it. That's going to be a turnover on downs. Storm will take over in Wildcats territory, leading 14-0 still here in the first quarter. Everything going Southern Vermont's way here early. And it looks like that was actually the end of the first quarter. So after one, we have the Storm with 14, the Wildcats 0. Fast moving first quarter here in Spinelli Field. This might be a opportunity for the Storm to take a shot after the turnover. Everything already going their way. We'll see what they elect to do here in a moment. Instead, they hand it off, and one cut by Joey Ward, and he will take it all the way for a 45-yard touchdown. You can't get much more efficient than that. One play, 45-yard score. He was not touched on his way to the end zone. As the Storm take a commanding 20-0 lead here early in the second quarter. I was expecting a shot through the air, but when you can pick up 45 on the ground, you don't need to air it out sometimes. Storm looking to add a couple more. Dower scans the field. The post is not open, so instead he finds the crosser in the back line of the end zone, and that is that man once again, Antonio Colon Jr., 2 touchdowns and now a 2-point conversion. So we're early in the second quarter, and if you're keeping track, it's Antonio Colon Jr. 14, Wildcats 0. Everything going Southern Vermont's way early at their home away from home, their official home, of course, being Lower Willow Stadium here in Bennington. And the kick is away. Number 9 looks to bounce it to the left side. We do have a flag on the play, so we'll see what that's about and where the Wildcats will start for their third drive of the night. And it will be against the return team, backing the Wildcats up just a little bit more here. It'll be a 10-yard penalty instead of the 31, though. Excuse me, it'll be a 15-yard penalty. That must have been clipping. I didn't see the call myself, but that backs them all the way up to their own 16. It looks like the Storm only have 10 defenders on the field here, so we'll see if the Wildcats can capitalize off of that, being a man down. We got some motion here. Another bad snap. It's bobbled around, and again, the Wildcats quarterback's doing everything he can just to not fumble the ball. He bobbles it 2 or 3 times before he's able to finally handle it. And gets licked for a loss of 1. Second and long for the Wildcats, who are still looking for their first down of the night. Controls the snap. It's a rollout right, and we got a wheel, halfback wheel, just over the head of number 23. Incomplete. 3rd and 11 here. Third and long is not where you want to be right now with having not picked up a first down yet. Clean pocket. Overthrown for at 23. That's picked off by a Storm safety, thrown right at him. And that looks like it's number 12 for the Storm with the change of possession. That's James Mooney with the pick for the Storm. Maybe auditioning for some wide receiver reps, showing off the hands there. So the Storm once again operate with a short field here. Already up 3 possessions and just in complete control of this game. Looks like we got a balance set here for the Storm, who will just play action actually, and they'll send a dart downfield, contested and almost hauled in, but bobbled by the Storm wide receiver. That'll fall incomplete. That was once again Tillery, who we saw earlier with the catch, and Dowers looks to get others involved after Cologne Jr.'s quick start here tonight. I will say, if you have the Storm's number 0 on your New England Football League fantasy lineup and you're playing him this week, you're probably winning. And just a check down here to the check down valve. Ooh, a nice juke to evade a tackle, and he is still not down, and he will take it all the way to the house. We do have 2 flags on the play, so we'll have to check the laundry to see if this score stands, but nonetheless an impressive display of agility there. And it looks like this may be coming back. Yeah, a hold will negate that touchdown. Setting up a 2nd and long for the Storm. Even though that didn't count, that has to be demoralizing for the Wildcats defense, who've been unable to get off the field here early. Unable to get the check down valve down. Just everything going the Storm's way. Evident by the 22-0 on the scoreboard early. Dowers' pass falls incomplete, setting up a 3rd and long. Third and 20. Not too many plays in the call sheet for this one. We'll see what they dial up here. You'd be happy to just take a chunk out of this and then make it to a 4th and manageable and try and convert there, but and the Storm looked like they were going to have a free play, but it was actually whistled dead offsides on the Wildcats. That'll move that the Storm up 5 yards, make it 3rd and 15 here. Out of the gun. He finds his crosser. Makes 1-man miss, makes 2-man miss, and runs through the 3rd for another Storm touchdown. They are just piling it on. They're getting anything and everything they want here early. I believe that was number 4, Jalen Hill, for the score. Once again, going to 2, trying to make it 30-0 here, still in the first half. Handoff up the middle, and they will get it. Nothing flashy about that, just right up the middle, run it at you, and convert. 30-0 Storm. And Storm elect to squib it, and the Wildcats will just fall on it at their own 41-yard line, where they will take over, trailing 30-0, looking for their first down of this contest. Wildcats on a man in motion. And that's a handoff to the right side. And number 7 will bounce for the Wildcats' first down of the game before he's taken down in Storm territory at the 43-yard line. When you're facing a deficit like this, that's all you can do is just try to chip away slowly and slowly. Continue to play your game. And see if that first down will give the visitors' offense some confidence here as they look to get on the board. It's another handoff to 7, going back to the well. And he's running hungry. He's down to the 35, where it'll be just a yard short. 2nd and 1 for the Wildcats. This down and distance opens the Wildcats playbook up for anything they'd like. They can take a shot. They can just try to get another first down. Storm look like they're setting pressure, and they do, and they just go back to 7. He'll pick up the first down. He'll carry a few Storm defenders with him for a short gain. A bit of a wrestling match ensues after the whistle. We got a flag. And a Storm defender is dragging one of his teammates off the field. You don't see that every day. And we got a personal foul on both teams, which offset. Play stands since it was after the whistle. It's 1st and 10 Wildcats. Storm appear to be stacking the box. They got 6 in there right now. Wildcats elect to pass on first down instead. Another attempt off the mark falls incomplete. This is not where the visitors want to be offensively, as the Storm can sort of start to pin their ears back a little bit and hone in on the run here. Once again, it's 7 lined up behind QB number 11, who looks to his left with the trips formation. Fake handoff, another wide receiver screen, this one to 9. And he dances close to the first down marker. We'll have to see where that one is spotted. And the refs will give them another first down. So by far the most productive Wildcats possession here in the first half. They're on the fringe of the red zone. Ball spotted at the 22-yard line. And it looks like the Storm want to talk it over defensively. They'll call a timeout.
Say, you look more like him.
All right, both teams are lined up, and we're ready to get going off of that timeout once again. First and 10 Wildcats once again on the fringe of the red zone here, looking to punch this one in and get on the board. Wildcats go with a hard count, pump fake, and hits the seam over the middle. That's number 2, a walk in untouched for the Wildcats' first touchdown of the night, getting them on the board. Great play design by the Worcester sidelines to manufacture some offense there. And I don't know what the analytics say when you're trailing 30-6 in the first half, but it looks like the Wildcats will go for 2 here. Number 2 in motion. He's just going to run a zig, or excuse me, that's number 9. He comes down with the ball, but the Storm defense pursues to the ball and is able to gang tackle him down short of the line. 2-point try, no good. It's 30-6 Southern Vermont. Storm are set to get the ball back here. And a late addition to the kickoff team runs onto the field. This one falls short at about the 18. It will be picked up and returned. A spin move. He presses circle on him before he is taken down at the 38-yard line. All right, Dowers leads the team back out onto the field. And before there's a snap, we have a flag on the field. I'm wondering if this is a delay of game. It'll actually be a penalty on the Wildcats, setting up a 1st and 5 for the Storm. That's Tillery in the backfield, showing his moves, but that large gain will be for naught as there is a flag in the backfield. Another hold on the Storm will back them up. And just like that, 1st and 5 becomes 1st and 15 for the Storm. Dowers talks to his back prior to the snap. And it's another handoff. This one up the middle. Ball is on the ground. It is loose. And it looks like the Storm ball carrier was able to fall on that. We're at the 2-minute warning here in the first half. Dowers takes the snap on 2nd and 8. Faces some pressure and does just enough to get rid of it. The Wildcats number 0 had a chance at a pick, but was unable to come down with it, setting up a 3rd and 8. Wide receiver stacked on the near side for the Storm. Dowers once again with a hard count. Looks left, fires right. Pass off the mark. Number 2 had a chance with it, but was unable to come down. Nice diving effort by him, but it'll be 4th and 8 Storm. Storm timeout, facing a 4th and 8 late in the first half, holding a commanding 30-6 lead. Storm huddle and discuss things before this 4th and 8. And I do not see Dowers out on the field, so this may be a punt. Wildcats send number 2 back to receive, and it will in fact be a punt. Kind of an Australian-style kick there, which will settle down at the 23-yard line. So Storm elect to play it a little safe there, holding a large lead late in the first half. Didn't want to give the Wildcats good field position and a chance to cut into their deficit a little bit here in the final minute of the first half. Be big if the Wildcats could score here, as they do also receive the ball in the second half. So if they could get some momentum going, close this first half strong, they could find themselves clawing their way back into this game. Storm will try to prevent that, playing looks like cover 1 with a deep safety. The crosser was open for a moment, but unable to connect with him. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. Spinelli Field with shades of the old Oakland Coliseum, with a patch of dirt in the middle of the field here. Storm send 4 once again. Check down is too high, making a 3rd and 10. Wildcats throw deep, and a nice catch made on the sidelines there. Extend this drive as the Wildcats look for points. They're going to have to hurry up and snap this ball if they want a chance at points. Wildcats go trips right, and there's still some confusion on the play call here. And that is a penalty. That will be a false start on everyone besides the center who failed to snap the ball. That sets up a 1st and 15. Wildcats operating from their 30-yard line on short time here at the end of the first half. Low pass, that'll fall incomplete. Second and 15 out of the shotgun. A swing pass to number 2 gets them back to the original line of scrimmage, and I believe he was able to get out of bounds. We have a flag near the quarterback. Not sure if this is a late hit. It looks like some of the Wildcats players took exception to the Storm defender there. And actually, it'll be another penalty on the Wildcats. Correction, that'll be offsetting personal fouls. We have a 3rd and 11 here. Wildcats at their 36-yard line. Storm send 4. And that pass will be jumped and intercepted. That's once again number 12, who has a chance to take it to the house. He will be brought down at the 8, but that'll put the Storm in great position to add to their lead here at the end of the first half. And we do have a break in action, as it looks like there's an injured Wildcat on the field near where that tackle was made. And the injured Wildcats player is able to walk off under his own power, which is always good to see. And that was, in fact, James Mooney with the interception. His second of the day. Giving the Storm an instant red zone opportunity here. Dowers takes the snap. His pass is a little low of his intended receiver. Storm ready to operate once again. This time out of an empty formation. Trips left, short side. And we got a jet sweep pass. And he will bounce to the outside and find the end zone for another Storm touchdown, making that 36 to some confusion whether they marked him in or just short of the goal line here. And it looks like they're actually going to mark him just short of the goal line, saying he stepped out at about the 1, setting up a 3rd and goal. Dowers looks left, finds his receiver, but the ball is dropped on what would have been another score through the air, setting up a 4th and goal. And it appears that was the last play of the half. So we reach the break with the Storm leading 30-6. The Wildcats will receive the ball to begin the second half. All right, we are just about ready here to start the second half. The Storm kick coverage team is on the field, just waiting for the Wildcats return team. If you're just tuning in, it was all Southern Vermont in the first half. They lead 30-6. All right, the kick is away, and so is the second half. And the Wildcats look like they're coming out of the gates firing. Number 9 takes a return into Storm territory before he's finally brought down out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. Exactly the start you'd wish for if you're the visitors in this situation.
Go defense!
And before we get a play, we're going to have another flag. Looks like the Storm had too many men on the field. She'll make it 1st and 5 before this first offensive snap of the second half, which will be a handoff up the middle. 7 gets it, and he's still running hard after the break. He picks up a first down. With a gain of 6, just enough to move the sticks.
Sorry, defense, let's go!
Wildcats go back to the motion pre-snap. Throw away from it. And that's number 4 speeding his way down. And that will be a touchdown. Nice connection there, and kind of lulled the Storm defense to sleep with the motion and throwing away from it there. Great start from the Wildcats to start the second half. As they look to claw back into this game. Wildcats talk it over as they once again elect to go for 2 to try to make this a 30-14 game, which would make it a 2-possession game, albeit they need to convert both 2-point opportunities. And it's a quick slant to the right side, and they will convert. 8 quick points after the nice kick return. And the Wildcats show that they're not ready to go quietly here. The 2-point conversion makes it 30-14 and puts a little stress on the Storm offense here to answer and try and get the momentum back on their side here. Wildcats kick it away. Cologne will field it off a bounce at about the 15. He finds a pocket on the right. He's pretty loose with that football. But it doesn't matter because he finds a gap and he cuts it back to the left, and he gets a high five from his teammate before he takes it all the way. But there is a flag on the field at the Storm 45, which may cancel this touchdown. It looks like the ref is signaling block in the back, so this is coming back. Cologne displayed his ability to make a big play in open space, but it's all for naught as the touchdown's off the board and the Storm will start from their 35-yard line. So instead of the sudden score, it will be the Storm offense on the field once again. Dowers hands it off.
Here we go.
Storm back makes one man miss before finally going down right shy of the sticks. It looks like it'll be 2nd and inches. And the refs will give them the first down after all. With a fresh set of downs, Dowers hands it off once more. Storm running back makes 2 guys miss in the backfield. Another. And, oh, that is a late hit, which will draw a flag. And things get a little messy on the sidelines. But it looks like the officials have it under control here, and cooler heads will prevail. The Storm running back did a good job to make the 3 guys miss, and the 4th defender came in late, hit him at the Storm sideline, which, much to the dismay of the Storm teammates. Referees have some figuring out to do here with a few flags on the field. Referees are huddling up to discuss the penalties and where this ball will be spotted. We have some handshakes, a little bit of trash talk, and a lot of confusion here as we're still trying to sort out where this ball will be after all this. All right, after all that, we're looking at a 2nd and 8 from the Storm 46-yard line. And a hard snap draws the defense off sides unless a Storm player moved first, which the referees say they did. False start, backed them up 5 more yards.
Go, Storm!
Dowers controls the low snap, stays on his first read, which is a good one. It's a slant for a first down. And the Storm receiver's happy to let you know that it is indeed a first down. All right, after the gain of 16, Dowers readies for the snap. And it's a halfback toss out to the right. He says, nah, I'll go to the left instead. Cuts it back. And he will take it all the way. What a display of elusiveness. That's the answer the Storm were looking for after the Wildcats struck first in the second half. That'll make it 36-14. Once again, a 3-possession game. Some confusion on the personnel on the 2-point try here for the Storm. Roll out right by Dowers. Decides to throw it. Incomplete, no good. Score remains 36-14 as the Storm will kick it off to the Wildcats. That late hit on the sidelines near midfield seemed to give the Storm a bit of energy that they were lacking to start the second half, and they capitalize and turn it into 6 here. The kick is away, and it will be returned. I believe that's number 23 on the Wildcats. Brought down at the 37-yard line. The Wildcats found some success in the pass game on their last possession. Let's see if they go back to the well here. Elect to hand it off to number 7, who kick-started their offense in the first half. And it is number 7 taking it. He's tough to get down, but he finally is brought to the ground for a loss of 2. There's some dirty laundry on the field. The officials are indicating it will be on the Storm. And that'll be a face mask, a 15-yard penalty, putting the ball onto the Storm side of the field at the 48-yard line and a fresh set of downs. Wildcats QB surveys the pocket, finds a man open after a DB falls on the ground, and he's still, and he's finally brought down at about the 25. That's a big chunk and another first down for the Wildcats, who have found some rhythm offensively. Another first down pass. In the pocket, 11 finds number 9, this shifty little receiver who's down inside the 10 and setting up a 1st and goal.
Go defense!
From the 9, it'll be another pass by 11. Decent protection. That's going to be a coverage sack for the Storm. The play was whistled dead by the officials as the Storm defender had the Wildcats quarterback in his grasp. Forward progress stopped at the 12, which is where Worcester will set up on 2nd down. Another pass. Good protection once more. He looks for his check down, number 7, but unable to connect with him.
Keep doing that! Keep doing that!
Maybe a little bit of happy feet there from the Wildcats quarterback after unable to find an open receiver on 2nd down. Leading to a 3rd and long, and the Wildcats really need a touchdown here if they want to have a chance late in this game.
for me?
It's not gonna be on loud.
Yeah, this isn't loud.
Oh,
Sorry.
shit. I don't want to have to yell. You don't know how to go over the PA thingy?
There's probably, I know there's someone you could ask, but I have no idea who it is.
I got a big mouth, but now I gotta yell here and then over there and. Oh,
Good luck.
A pre-snap penalty on the Wildcats will back them up even further. Now they're looking at 3rd and goal from the 17. And it looks like we'll get a timeout here.
I know there's
All right, the Wildcats have broke the huddle and they're ready to go here on 3rd and long. Goal to go. Needing a touchdown here. We got a pump fake short.
There you go. Good stop.
Attempt to the corner is incomplete. A little shy of the receiver there. Now the Storm defense can play back a little and play the sticks. Is the Wildcats have better of 20 yards needed to not only pick up a first down here, but they need to score. Once again, this down and distance, there's not too many plays in the call sheet that you can go to. You're a little limited when you need more than 15 yards on one play. And it will be a drop back out of the shotgun. A attempt over the middle falls incomplete, and it was almost intercepted, but it's better that it wasn't for the Storm, as they'll get better field position here. Instead of setting up near the 5-yard line, that falls incomplete, which will be a turnover on downs, and they'll take over on the 17. And along with the turnover, it looks like we have the end of the third quarter as we're switching sides here, sides of the field. So with 15 minutes of football left to play, the Storm lead 36-14, are in full control of appear to be well on their way of staying undefeated here in their return season of the NEFL.
Go offense!
Dowers goes through his cadence, fakes the run, play action pass, bomb to, believe that's Scalone Jr., but unable to connect with his star wide receiver. Stormers staying aggressive, taking a deep shot.
Go Storm!
And instead, on second down, it will be a handoff, bounced out to the left side, picking up about half of what he needs to get to the first down marker. 3rd and 5 coming up. And maybe just as important as yards at this stage of the game, staying in bounds is crucial as it winds the clock and the Storm hold a 3-possession lead. Third and 5, Wildcats lined up in man-to-man. A hard count draws them off sides. It's a free play for the Storm, who will hand it off, excuse me. And it looks like that's enough for a first down. And it will be, the penalty will be declined. Result of the play is a first down, Storm. Once again, the Storm player stays in bounds, winding the clock. Southern Vermont doesn't seem like they're in a hurry to break the huddle. Dowers looking to pass. It's going to be another deep shot. This one to number 4, but that's going to sail out of bounds. And another flag. Got offsetting penalties once more, so 2nd and 10 from the Storm 34-yard line. Clock stopped with that incompletion. I'd be surprised to see another pass here, but that's exactly what we will get Dower surveys the lay of the land and drops a beautiful ball on the left sideline. His receiver's able to come down with it and make a fantastic contested diving catch into Wildcats territory at the 45-yard line. Stop me if you've heard this before, but there's a flag on the field. That flag must have been picked up because the ball is still spotted at the 45-yard line where the Storm receiver was marked down. And we got a handoff and a bounce to the left side for a gain, short gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
Go, Storm!
Low snap handled. Play action pass is dropped. Would have been a gain of at least 15. Instead, we got a 3rd and 9. And we got a pitch, halfback toss.
There you go! Woo!
Now here's a guy who is going to end up in the end zone. That is another Storm touchdown. Right up the gut of the Wildcats defense. And Southern Vermont is just pouring it on at this point. All right, 3 yards out, another 2-point conversion coming here. And we got a goal line fade, which will fall incomplete. Score remains 42-14 Storm. Eleventh man on the field makes his way to the Storm kick coverage as they're prepared to kick it off with roughly 6 minutes left to go in this one, and what will undoubtedly be another Storm victory. A squib kick is once again corralled by the Wildcats at the 42-yard line. Wildcats elect to hand it off, and that'll be stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Wildcat quarterback finds his man at about midfield. He bounces off a tackler before going back, and that's where they will spot him, down at the 47-yard line where he stepped out of bounds. That sets up a 3rd and 5 for Worcester. Wildcats QB takes the snap. Once again, pump fakes down in the backfield before he is finally wrapped up and corralled by a Storm defender for a sack. That is number 99 making his way into the backfield. Jamar Gibson with the sack, which makes this a 4th and 12. See what the Wildcats can do here. Drops back, faces pressure, rolls out right, finds a man. And that will be enough for a first down. That's once again number 9. They've shown quite the rapport. They've been one of the lone bright spots for Worcester's offense here tonight. Just on the Storm side of the field, the Wildcats quarterback takes the snap, but he falls down at the 50, and that will be another sack for the Storm. Once again, 99 is credited with that sack. And that will do it here tonight. Final score, Storm 42, Wildcats 14. Thank you for joining us here tonight on Cat TV. Glad to bring you this coverage here at Spinelli Field. Thank you for watching. I am Michael Mawson.